Today we'll learn separating mixture of salt and sand using the evaporation technique. Let's get straight into it. We've got our setup ready. Tripod stand, porcelain basin, glass rod, filter paper, thistle funnel, Bunsen burners, spatula, wash bottle, wire gauge, and a beaker. No need to overthink these, just know they're the squad that makes this separation possible. Now onto the real stars of this experiment, the chemicals. First, salt, the classic sodium chloride. It's colorless, odorless, dissolves easily in water, and disappears almost like magic. Then there's sand, grainy, gritty, made up mostly of silica. It doesn't dissolve in water no matter how long you wait. It just sinks or floats around. And finally, water, the universal solvent. It's the only reason this entire separation is even possible. Now let's start from scratch. Take a clean porcelain basin and add a measured quantity of salt and sand into it using a spatula. Mix it gently. The goal is to get a uniform mixture that looks almost identical throughout. At this stage, it's nearly impossible to separate the two by hand because they're both tiny solids, and that's where water steps in. Pour this mixture into the beaker. Add water also into the beaker until it's about halfway full. Then, using the glass rod, stir the mixture continuously. What happens now is crucial. The salt begins to dissolve completely, vanishing into the water while the sand refuses to play along and just settles at the bottom. Now you've got a clear difference. A solid that dissolved and one that didn't. Next comes the filtration. Set up your funnel with the filter paper neatly placed inside. Position it above another beaker. Slowly pour the saltwater sand mixture into the funnel. What you'll notice is satisfying. The water, now containing dissolved salt, passes through the filter paper and collects in the beaker below, while the sand stays behind, resting on the filter paper like the useless rebel it is. Congrats! You just separated the first part of the mixture. Now we move to the evaporation part, where salt makes its return. Pour the salt solution from the beaker into a clean porcelain basin. Place this basin on top of a tripod stand, and under it, position a Bunsen burner. Light the burner carefully and adjust it to a gentle flame. Slowly, you'll see steam begin to rise as the water heats up and starts to evaporate. No need to rush this. Patience is key. After a while, all the water vanishes into thin air, and what you're left with is pure, visible salt crystals stuck to the basin. That's the grand finale. Salt separated and saved, like it never even met sand in the first place. Before you wrap this up, keep a few precautions in mind. Always handle the Bunsen burner with care. Don't leave it unattended while heating. Use tongs or heat-proof gloves when handling hot equipment. Don't touch the salt immediately after evaporation. Give it time to cool. And make sure the filtration process is done slowly to avoid overflow or tearing the filter paper. In conclusion, what looked like an impossible mix of salt and sand has now been split into its original parts using nothing but smart technique, water, heat, and patience. It's not just a science trick. It's how chemistry helps us take control of messy situations and bring order with precision. And that's how you separate salt and sand using the power of evaporation.